Ah yeah. Hey, Amaru. Only if you're ready. Let's go. I'm only looking for loyalty. All I need from you. I'm thinking you be the one for me. I can see it on you. Your love that do me every time. With you by my side, we gon' shine. Baby girl, you know you royalty. I've been waiting for you. Me no care about all the noise, but I'm digging your station. See how you got my head spinning with a body rotation. Couple days went by, now I'm losing my patience. Go ahead, drop a pin, girl, wanna know your location. What's your location? Had to pull a plug on your ex, now you coming my way out. I can switch it up for you, girl, I'm no longer a player. See that pretty face on my screen, that'll make my day. I'm only looking for loyalty. All I need from you. I'm thinking you be the one for me. I can see it on you. Your love that do me every time. With you by my side, we gon' shine. Baby girl, you know you royalty. I've been waiting for you. Do you know she royalty? Do you know she royalty? One that I get heart racing. I did feel like with her we can take over nations, yeah. We can take a trip whenever, girl, you need a vacation. Number one bad girl, killing everything like on a mission. Girl on a mission. Had to pull a plug on your ex, now you coming my way out. I can switch it up for you, girl, I'm no longer a player. See that pretty face on my screen, that'll make my day. I'm only looking for loyalty. All I need from you. I'm thinking you be the one for me. I can see it on you. Your love that do me every time. With you by my side, we gon' shine. Baby girl, you know you royalty. I've been waiting for you. Yeah.
Hello everyone, can everyone hear me? Just let me know in the chat if you can hear me, please, and thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 15,000, everyone. Yay! Thank you, all of you, for supporting me and being here. Wow, like I can't believe that we are on this part of this journey. And it's getting closer and closer and closer to that clowning, to that coronation. And I'm actually excited, you know. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm actually excited. I'm so excited, everyone, because listen, every day brings a new wave of drama, and yeah, some of the things we're going to get into today, I'm just like, wow. It's giving Berlin family values, the Borgias, games, you know, Game of Thrones, all at the same time. And I'm just like, what are these people doing? It's like they're throwing it in our faces. And I don't even know what to say anymore. I feel like we need to just lighten up, guys and dolls. Just lighten up and enjoy this for what it is. Yeah, I'm actually excited for the clowning now. I'm sorry, I said it. I will be watching every second. I will be body language experting the heck out of thank you CG for the cash app. I will be body language experting the heck out of this whole event. Watching every festive glance, every the positioning, the processions, where people are seated. I can't wait. Get into the spirit, guys and dolls. Get into the spirit of the clowning. It's once in a lifetime. We're never going to see this again. William's not going to make it. Yeah. So let's make the most of it. Right. I am now. Where am I on this globe of ours? I am now in Tbilisi, Georgia. And thank you everyone so much for your well wishes and all your messages. Yeah, I was pretty tired after landing, and then I had issues with the internet yesterday, and I've also just had issues with the internet now. So I think I've managed to figure out all the tweaks and quirks, and hopefully we shouldn't be having issues again. However, do let me know throughout this broadcast if you do hear any jumps or issues with the internet. Do let me know, and so I can sort those out going forward. But I think we're okay for now. So yeah, I'm in Tbilisi, Georgia. I came here for a couple of reasons. Number one, I needed to get out the Schengen region for 90 days. Number two, I did some research and it's very safe, especially for solo female travelers. It's also very cheap. The cost of living here is super cheap. Like I went to get my nails done today and it was like £6 for a manicure. And like a full meal with like a starters, a main, wine all together will cost you like 11 to 12 pounds at a relatively nice restaurant, even less if you go somewhere even cheaper. So cost of living here is really cheap. Great internet connection. You can stay here visa free for a year for a UK citizen. And I'm just very interested in the place. You know, it's a country that borders Russia and Armenia. It's near Azerbaijan, so just a very interesting part of the world to be in. And yeah, it's been on my list for a while. A couple of people were asking me, what is it like being here as a black traveler? It is very interesting, I have to tell you. So generally speaking, I would say that people are actually very friendly. I haven't had any issues. I didn't have any issues like with border and immigration or anything like that. I haven't had any issues since I've been here. I have a really nice Airbnb host, but it is obviously a very homogenous country. Like I met, and I was even shocked, believe it or not, I did actually find an African hair shop here, and it was run by it's run by a Nigerian man. But he was like, "Yeah, there's really not that many of us. There's enough for him to have a community to be able to run a shop, but like he was like, yeah, there's not a whole lot of us." He came to Georgia as a student and then opened up his hair shop. But even like walking around, I have to tell you, I think other than him, I've seen maybe like one black person, and I'm pretty sure that they were biracial. And I think I've seen like one Indian couple, and I'm pretty sure that they were tourists. It's a very strange feeling to be somewhere where there is no one that looks like you. And like I said, people are generally very friendly. Like I've been walking around, people are saying like, hi, like where are you from? I've even had men ask for my number. Men are men wherever you go in the world. But it is a really strange feeling, and it's something that I'm actually like battling with, like being in a place where like no one looks like you. It's just nothing that I've ever experienced before. But nonetheless, I'm really enjoying it here. Very interesting, like historical monuments, the mixture of like the old kind of Soviet style with the more modern buildings, and obviously like Georgia, like it was along like the Silk Road, so it's like a mixture of cultures and foods. The food here, amazing. Everybody was raving about the Georgian food, and it is truly, truly some of the best cuisine that I've ever tasted. So I'm good, I'm fine. I'm in a very safe part of central town and I'm getting my bearings. So yeah, this is probably where I'm gonna be for another 3 months or so. If I continue to like it. I have friends that like live like in Bulgaria, so I might go there if I get a bit bored. But generally speaking, I'm planning on being here for 3 months. Now, a couple of people were asking me like what I do. Guys, I don't know if I must have mentioned this before. I'm a travel writer. Like I write travel books and I do freelance writing. So it's not hard to be a digital nomad. You just need to have a remote job or like a remote income. So I feel like I've said this if you followed me for a while. Like I'm a freelance writer, and I also have my travel books, and I'm writing another one at the moment. Like this is my main travel book for solo female travel. Links in bio if you want to go and buy that. And then the book that I'm working on at the moment is all about digital nomadism. So for those of you who are asking, like, how am I able to, travel around? This is how I'm a content writer and a travel writer. Okay. Yeah, the podcast is just like my side hustle, and I do thank you all for supporting because it does help. But my main job is content writing and writing my books. So this book is coming soon. Coming soon. All right. So those are my life updates. On to the royal stuff. Now, the last place you caught up with me was in Amsterdam airport, and guess who I spotted? I'm spotting him all over the place. Spotted him in Lisbon, spotted him at Lisbon airport, and this was at Amsterdam. Both the hardcover and the paperback, which is number 5 at Amsterdam airport. Congratulations, Harry. Just going all around the world. Right, let me just go to your comments before I continue. Charlie, you sound absolutely giddy. I am giddy. uh Sandra, I don't even know if I want to see the coronation and miss the opportunity of possibly seeing Diana's ghost spook a horse and that horse running through the abbey, or Camilla's eye getting burned with that coronation oil. Sandra, honey, you want to miss that? No, don't miss that. Listen, they want the whole world's eyes on them. And honey, I'm watching. Because the way we started off King Charles's rule was with him shooing away a servant because the servant didn't put his pen right on the table. Absolutely, you better believe I'm watching this coronation. I want to see all the foolery. Let's see. Miss P Torch won't be watching. Okay, don't worry. I will watch everything and then report it to you in the pettiest fashion that I probably can. Okay? Don't worry. This is why I'm here, guys. Gail, have you visited Czech Republic? Yes, I did. Very long time ago. I think I was like 16, 17 at the time. And unfortunately, I don't remember a single thing. Like I barely remember anything. So I need to go back. I went to Prague and Ostrava. It was like for a pageant. So that's why I was there. But sadly, I don't actually remember a whole lot. I need to go back and do it again. Lottie, you might pick up a millionaire husband. What, in Georgia? haven't seen, haven't seen actually, do you know what? I have actually seen some Porsches around town. But they all look really older. And I'm not really into dating much older guys. So I don't know about that. Oh yeah, Shirley, don't forget to vote for times 100. Yes, please do keep voting. Right, so let's get on to the actual news. Just to recap, while I was away, Meghan will be honoured at the Women of as part of the Women of Vision honorees at the Miss Foundation Women of Vision Awards, along with many other notable women as well. And as as Tina and Michelle always used to say at Sussex Squad podcast, not new to this, true to this. Meghan absolutely deserves this. She has been grinding hard for women since she was 9 years old. She was grinding hard for women when she was a girl. The Procter & Gamble ad, and all of the other amazing things that she has done. I hope that they do. It should be Gloria Steinem giving her this award. So I hope that the award show, and when they do the montage and when Gloria Steinem is up there, they also talk about all of her pre-royal life stuff, because there is a lot that Meghan did and inspired, and it should be acknowledged. The way the firm tried to erase all that she was is just horrendous to me, to erase a woman's accomplishments like that. And I'll be interested to know in the years to come, and I'm sure we will find out exactly what went on with Meghan's blog and the way the firm handled her image. Because the way that the Daily Fail presented her to us, and I don't believe that they wouldn't have had some control if they wanted to, was straight out of Compton. It wasn't all of the amazing things that she's done. It's straight out of Compton. And I really want to know to what extent was Meghan forced to shut down the TIG? Because I've always said I find it weird that they got her to just remove everything and then just put like a goodbye message. You could have left up the archives and let us see, this woman who's coming into the royal family. Let us see what she has done. Because you can bet, had they found one negative thing, that would have been all over the papers. But they wanted to erase all of the good work that she's done. You can't tell me they didn't do that on purpose. And so, very happy for Meghan to be getting this award. No other Duchess could. And this is something that, to me, this isn't even what Meghan has done in the last few years. It's what she's been doing her entire darn life. Even when she was on the cast for Suits, she organized for, leftover food to be given, to people who need it. So local homeless shelters. So she's always been a person that she sees a problem. What can I do to fix it? And sometimes it doesn't take a big gesture. It just takes for someone to go to the studio and say, you know what? Us millionaire actors aren't finishing all this food. Give it to the homeless shelter. That one small act, sometimes that's all it takes. Right? We don't need to have a whole earth flop ceremony and be inviting all these celebrities and show up in our fancy gowns to make a difference. People have been posting their wishes, what Meghan might wear. I think this is maybe something that Meghan might go for. She doesn't tend to go for like sexy, but when she does, it will be like one thing. So it'll be like the arms or the back. I don't think I've ever seen her with some leg, but I'd love to see her in something like this, sexy but demure, as she always is. I'm gonna guess. I usually do guess right for colors of what she'll wear. So I'm gonna guess maybe white, which is the colors of the suffragettes, or purple. Like white and purple are generally associated with women's suffrage. But she could go for a green, or maybe a black dress with some gold bling. And I think that she will go for an updo and maybe a red lip. So those are my guesses for this. And congratulations to Meghan. Just after her last award from the Gracies for the podcast. And now this. And this will be, I think is it May? Where is it now? May 16th. And I'm presuming she will be there in person because Gloria Steinem is meant to be presenting it to her in New York. And Gloria Steinem is her mentor. How amazing to have someone so revolutionary. Now, in people that should have kept their mouth shut about Meghan news, Philip Schofield. Philip Schofield's brother has been found guilty of essing a teenage boy and okay, I have to be careful with my words. Allegedly, for the lawyers listening, Schofield himself has been accused of some things. I won't say more than that. Um, but here it is his brother that has been formally charged by the courts. And he is now saying that, as far as I'm concerned, I no longer have a brother. This is a man who had all the time to say that Harry and Meghan should shut up when he should have been focusing on his own house. Have you noticed how these people all seem to have something to say about Harry and Meghan and there's stuff going on with them? You had Eamon Holmes, who was saying that we need to throw Harry off a balcony, and he had issues going on with his taxes. And then he actually broke his back, and now he's in recovery. You had Sarah Vine, who said that she had a niggling feeling about Harry and Meghan's marriage, only to be divorced by Michael Gove. 70% of divorces are initiated by the woman. Apparently, there was something so awful about Sarah Vine that she got divorced by Michael Gove, of all people. Imagine. Only other thing I have to say about this is to those boys, I wish them prayers and healing. Nobody should ever have to go through something like this, and society needs to start taking the grooming of young boys a lot more seriously than what we do. Right. Rupert Murdoch, one of the UK press barons, he has called off his engagement. He actually said that this would be his last wife. Like, the lion, the witch, the audacity of this to say that this is going to be my last wife. Yeah, obviously it's going to be your last wife. Like, mate, you're 92 years old. Now, he's saying that he has called it off. I actually think that she's the one who called it off. She saw that prenuptial agreement and said, absolutely not. There are not enough zeros on this agreement for me to be a hospice wife. He's 92, she's 66. So even, I mean, that is still a large age gap. Like, she still has a lot of life to live. He is literally at the end of his life. So, I think it's her that called it off. I think she said, absolutely not. I will take that £2 million 11-carat diamond ring and be done with you. The wedding was apparently planned, but now it's now over. I don't know who would want to marry this man. You know, I know some of y'all ladies are addicted to power, but he is at the end of his rope. You've got the lawsuit with Dominion. You've got, you know, all of the lawsuits in the UK. And then you've also got in Australia, both former and current prime ministers saying enough is enough. So I think that the dominoes are about to start falling for Rupert Murdoch. And she decided, I'm not going to be part of this. No. To your comments. Hi, if you're just joining us, hit that thumbs up button, please. Common news is the best news. I'm only sad for those young boys. No one should ever have to go through that. Yeah, Church Nelly, like he was apparently annoyed at her evangelical view. Do you know what? This is my honest theory about people like Rupert Murdoch. While he may have certain politics that sway rights, I wouldn't even say that someone like Rupert Murdoch is necessarily right wing. I think that he is just someone who is addicted to power. He's addicted to power and corruption, and um, having the amount of power that he does. I do think it becomes an addiction, because if he was like right wing in the traditional sense that we understand it, he wouldn't have an issue with her evangelical Christian views, right? Because they tend to veer a little bit more that way. So I just think that he is someone who is his ideology is just that he is addicted to power and corrupting things and having power over things. And this is someone who for decades has had power over prime ministers, over entire media landscapes. Yeah, I mean, I'm not marrying anyone who's about to be my great granddaddy. Like, what is that? Sister, and there is also the lawsuit with Smartmatic. Dominion is suing for over $1 billion. Yeah, he's going down for reals. Roseanne, she saw the empire crumbling, then did her due diligence and realized who he really is. Come is ironic. What? Because she didn't know that before? I think that if it weren't for all of the drama going on with him, I think she would stay because she'd have nothing to lose. But now she's here when he's 92, nearing the end of his life, and the pressure from the lawsuits and the bills piling up and bills to someone like Rupert Murdoch is literally $1 million lawsuit. I think she just said, nope, no, thank you. I think that wasn't Jerry Hall his last wife. I think she enjoyed the best of the end of his good old days. We're done now. Pamela, is Murdoch divorced from Jerry Hall? Oh, he has to be, right? If he was going to marry again. Right. On to the next bit of news. This. Jacinda Ardern is now going to be a trustee of Prince William's Earthshot Prize. Was Prince William ever keen on Jacinda Ardern before? Now, we all remember the New Zealand tour was a hit. The Sussexes were like rock stars over there. And now Jacinda Ardern has stepped down. Now, Jacinda generally has a very, I think, positive PR image around the globe, but there have been some criticisms of her. Some people felt, although New Zealand had a very good track record during the Mississippi pandemic, that some of her policies were, some people felt, I'm just saying, the other side's view, that some of her policies were a bit too authoritarian. There were New Zealanders that couldn't even get back into the country. Actual New Zealanders, so not even like foreigners. And then obviously her stepping down. Now she gave the reason that she was burnt out. Other people feel that she was basically had become so unpopular in her country, and that is the real reason that she stepped down. Now it's up to you, whatever you believe, but I'm surprised that she would make the decision to join with Earthshot, because this is not an organization that has really proven to be impactful for anyway. To anyone in any way. Sorry, I meant. So why somebody who had such a prestigious position as she did as prime minister of a country would take this role? This is almost a step back. And to be aligned at a time when, these members of the royal family, not the ones that we like, when William and Kate and Charles and Camilla are at their most unpopular. And it seemed at the time when Meghan met Jacinda that they, were very cordial. Jacinda actually planted a tree for Archie when he was born. And she was also part of the Live to Lead documentary series. So why on earth would Jacinda want to align herself with William and Earthshot Prize? I just and why would William go for her go for Jacinda? What's the interest in Jacinda now? To me, this is just another copy paste. And we've seen the Cambridges do this over and over and over again. It's like they don't have a single original idea. I'm actually wondering if perhaps, and this is just a theory that I have, is part of the um agenda here that the British tabloids do not report on the great things that the Sussexes do with the same vigor as they, just make up stories out of thin air. So, is the long term agenda here that the Cambridges just copy everything that the Sussexes do, and that's what gets reported by the British press? So it looks like the Cambridges are doing lots and lots, but really they're just copying the Sussexes. But you never really hear it. Like I remember when Harry and Meghan first started working with World Central Kitchen, and even now, a lot of the World Central Kitchen stuff that they've been doing, opening the kitchens, and the one that they opened in Puerto Rico. I think they did another one in the Dominican Republic. All the work that they've been doing in Syria, in Ukraine. I only really hear a lot about it in our Sussex circles. It's not that the British press don't report about it, but it's very silent. They report about stuff that they make up louder than they report about the good stuff that Harry and Meghan are doing. So maybe the long-term goal is just to try and overshadow what the Sussexes are doing by over-reporting on what William and Kate do, even though everything is just a copycat. That's just my theory. It's going to be interesting to see where this goes, because Earthshot has really gone nowhere. And I'm sure that the individuals who are involved in Earthshot, I'm sure that they are doing fantastic work. I don't doubt that at all. They've just unfortunately been aligned with someone who is just basically climbing on their shoulders to uplift himself, and who isn't particularly interested in the work that the Earthshot prize winners are actually doing. And that's proven by the fact that you see no follow-ups, no resources to go to. Like if you go to Archwell and you look at, for example, after the Archetypes episodes came out, right? You had like resources to all of the things that they were talking about, and like further reading, further help, right? And I haven't really seen that with Earthshot. There's been no follow-up. I haven't seen like William with the prize winners or anything like that. In fact, the prize winners weren't even flown out for the ceremony. They flew out celebrities. They didn't fly out the people who are meant to be getting the prizes. Like, can somebody please make this make sense? Gord, Jacinda actually gave William advice when he was starting out Earthshot. Well, Earthshot, is actually a copycat of something else. I think it's a copycat of the Moonshot Prize or something else like that. Roseanne, Murdoch divorced Joey out of the blue last year. He heartlessly just dumped her after leaving the house he lived in. Husty man. Listen, Rupert Murdoch is everything you ever wanted to know about Rupert Murdoch is out there. Like everything. So, and Jerry Hall, she's an older woman herself. She's been in celebrity circles herself. I just think this is someone who is clearly a well-known nasty person. He owned News of the World, for goodness sake. Kings of phone hacking. So heartless as Murdoch may have been, I still have to side eye Jerry Hall for making the decision to be with him in the first place. Um, Boney, she was in Meghan's Live to Lead. Is it why William is using her in his hair flop? I did think that when I first heard about this. I read that Jerry Hall filed for divorce. To be honest with you, I don't know. Roseanne, William poached Jacinda from Harry because he always has what he always wants what Harry has. Yes, and also, isn't Harry also doing something else to do with? I think it's to do with the environment or flights. And it's in collaboration with like the Maori. It's something to do with New Zealand. I remember there was a promo for it, so I think maybe that's why William is now on this mission, because Harry has a few things going on over in that side of the world. So I think that's probably why he's obsessed with New Zealand now. Yeah, cookies and cream. I'm surprised that Jacinda would take this as well. Of all the positions that she could take. Tony, I think they want to get info from Jacinda about Meghan. I don't know what info they could get. They met on an official trip, and I don't know what other information they could get. I don't think she's close to Jacinda like that. I know that she's close with Sophie Trudeau, Justin Trudeau's wife. Like they literally hang out together. But I don't think Sophie Trudeau would do something like this. Oh, thank you so much, Kat Harlem. Murdoch is about controlling the media narrative. Ardern will basically be on vacation while getting paid. Yeah, I don't like appointed trustee. Like, what is she actually going to be doing? And what is anybody from New Zealand? What has been Jacinda Ardern's track record when it comes to the environment while she was prime minister? That's another good question. Genuinely interested to know. Like, if she has done positive things, then like please do in the comment section tell us. But what did she do that was actually impactful? That she would be given this position, and why her of all people? There are so many in actual environmentalists. You know, people that went to school, did the degree, or people that have just been, environmental activists, not necessarily like studied, but just been there on the front lines. Jacinda, um, I have not known her to be one of those people. So there's definitely, in my eyes, an agenda here. Right. Sorry, let me just scroll through your comments. And oh yes, that was it, Pamela Travelist. That's the one. Right. Let's. Oh, Rochelle. And stupid question. There are no stupid questions. Will Jacinda be moving to England, or is this a telecommuting job? I don't have the answer to that question. Lauren Hamburg, Jacinda vehemently distanced herself from the Live to Lead docuseries and any association with Archwell. Well, you know something? I have not gotten round to actually watching Live to Lead. I've been so busy, and now I definitely won't be watching it. Because I remember at the time when it came out, I thought that, sorry, I won't be watching Jacinda's episode specifically. I thought that that was just tabloid spin trying to make it look like she was distancing herself. And it seems like now, looking at this, maybe it was her and it wasn't just the tabloid spin, because that's what I had assumed it was at the time. Right. Lola, I can't wait until Prince Harry wins the Nobel Prize for Literature. I believe it's coming. I don't think they'll win it for literature. I think Harry and Meghan will win it probably for like something to do with world peace. I think they've definitely got it in them to win that. They've got the money and the resources. I read out the other day in the podcast all of the different organizations that Harry and Meghan have been donating to. So I do think that a Nobel Peace Prize is in the works for them. Right, on to some other things. Sorry, I feel like we spent a little bit too much time on that. Now on to the mess. Should we go on to the mess? Who's ready for the mess? So we heard the other day that Joe Biden would not be coming to the coronation, but apparently the First Lady will. Ms. Jill Biden will. Isn't this what every husband does when he doesn't want to go to something? Like he just let me send the wifey. I feel like I've seen my uncles do this with my aunts a million times. Joe Biden is just like us. Um, I mean, I guess it's a good way of sending a representative uh without Biden himself um doing anything that might upset the American populace, because I don't think that an American president going to the clowning of a British monarch is a good idea. I don't think that an American president has ever done that. And to my knowledge, a British monarch has never gone to the inauguration of a US president. So personally, I don't even think that Joe Biden should go. I don't know why she agreed to go. They could have sent some other representative, maybe like a cultural minister. I think maybe that would have been a good idea, just to send in a representative from the US. But I don't think Biden or his wife should be going to this. But it seems like Joe Biden will make an appearance. Right, let's go to your comments first. They can win a Nobel Prize for promoting world peace. Yeah, they can. They still give those out. Joe blogs. Why though, Anne? No US leader has ever attended a coronation. What did you mean by that, Joe blogs? And they send the wife or VP. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think that any major American representative should go. Like you're really gonna pretend like the 4th of July isn't a thing? Like there's a reason why Americans celebrate that day. It's like they're celebrating their freedom. So, why would the American president, or quite frankly, even his wife, go? Doesn't make sense to me. And no American president has ever attended. Yeah, exactly, Himi fan. US Declaration of Independence eloquently tells the British monarchy to chasse away. Thank you very much. Yeah, do you know what, Joe Blogs? This is what it is. It's all about image. But they've spent the last 6 years berating Meghan for her Americanness, but how desperate they were to get a major American representative. Yeah, Pamela, I think that they were pressured to. Okay, Harlan, that's what President Barack used to do, send Michelle to smaller events. Yeah. Yeah, Wanda, they've got an ambassador in London, for real. Okay, there's that. Other things regarding the coronation. Let's get into some messy, should we? Let's get into some messy. So, the children's procession has been announced, and this is just so interesting. So, Camilla's 3 grandsons, twin boys Gus and Louis, age 13, by her daughter Laura Lopes, and 12-year-old Frederick, by son Tom Parker Bowles, and her great nephew Arthur Elliot 11 will be the Queen's pages of honor. When I tell you that Camilla is in control, her great nephew and the grandsons. The King's pages are his grandsons George, age 9, Nicholas Barclay. Nicholas Barclay. Right, is that Barclay of the Press Baron Barclay? Okay, that just caught my eye. Hold on a sec, guys. Let me just Google that. Nicholas Barclay. Um, who is Nicholas Barclay? Okay, that's literally the first thing that comes up in Tatler. Let's have a look. The Queen and Queen Consort selected 8 pages of honor. One who is lesser known, Nicholas Barclay. Well, let's find out who he is. Let's have a look now. So Nicholas Barclay is the grandson of Sarah Troughton, the Lord Lieutenant of Wiltshire, who was a lady in waiting to the Duchess of Kent. Wait, is the Duchess of Kent is that the one that wore the blackamoor brooch? Is that her? Is that Princess Markle of Kent? No, this is someone else. Oh my god. I tell you, these Windsors do not age well. So this is Catherine, Princess of Kent. She is married to Prince Edward, Duke of Kent, the grandson of King George. Is that King George the Fourth? Christ. Okay. So Nicholas Barclay isn't who I thought he was. Okay, let's carry on. Okay, now it gets more interesting. It gets more interesting, folks. Hold on to your seats. The King's pages. Okay. Oh wait. Yeah, I'll read that again. The King's pages are his grandsons George, age 9, Nicholas Barclay, 13, grandson of Sarah. Is it Troughton, one of the Queen's companions, Lord Oliver Cholmondeley. I believe that's how you say it. 13, son of the Marquis of Cholmondeley, also known as filmmaker David Rock-Savage. Basically, the son of Rose Hambury, William's Rosebush Norfolk friend. Wink, wink, wink. And isn't it interesting when you read that Lord Oliver Cholmondeley, son of the Marquis of Cholmondeley, they don't mention Rose. They don't mention Rose. The fact that they have chosen him to be part of the procession, that is mind-blowing to me. I don't know what that means. Is Charles, keep the friends close, the husbands of your son's rosebush friend closer? Like what is this? Those of you who can understand what I'm saying, I'm trying to avoid saying it outrightly. Do you not think that this is weird? We're literally going to see Rose Hambury's son, William's alleged rosebush friend, in the procession at Charles's coronation, and David Rock-Savage will have a role in it as well. I'll be interested. I mean, I'm assuming that Rose is coming also. I guess you should get a front row seat of what might be coming for her if we make it to William. This is just all types of weird to me. Anyway, all 8 schoolboys will form part of the lavish procession that will make its way through the nave of Westminster Abbey. Oh, Christ. And just now, thank you to Lightside. I forgot to get it on the screen, but Lightside sent me. Where is it now? Oh, Richard Eden. Richard Eden just tweeted. He tweeted. I wonder if Prince Harry and Meghan, as they read the news, that 3 of Camilla's grandchildren and even children of friends such as David and Rose Cholmondeley have prominent roles at King Charles's historic coronation will regret their decision to quit the royal family. None of the reports about this have really mentioned Rose, but Richard Eden has. Y'all, they are so desperate to talk about William and his Rosebush friend. So desperate. And it seems like no matter what Harry and Meghan do, they are always on these people's minds. They're always on Maureen's mind. Harry and Meghan made their choice a long time ago, and they are clearly at peace with it. What do they care, you know, who gets to be part of this process? I mean, I'm sure it must hurt Harry because at the end of the day, Charles is still his father. But I think ultimately they're at peace with their choice. So really, what would they care too much? They have so much more that they don't need to measure their worth based on where they're standing in the procession or where their children are standing in a procession. Right. Okay, I'm reading your comments, and it's just so good to know that you all understand my gobbledygook and what I was trying to say. Yes, yes, dear. Wink, wink, wink. Allegedly, 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 for the lawyers listening. Apparently, that is William's mini rosebush. Allegedly, 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 for the lawyers listening. If you say allegedly, guys, 3 times, a lawyer disappears. Yeah, Mina, this coronation is gonna be a hot mess. This is why I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you, watch the coronation. What's the coronation? They want the whole world's eyes on them. Give it to them. Because everything that they have done, God has a sense of humor, guys. After all this time, this is what Camilla's been waiting for. This is what Charles has been waiting for. So if they want the eyes of the world on them after all they have done, grant them their wish. I beg of you, watch that coronation. Because you're in for a show. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it in my bones that this is going to be a hell of a show. Juanita shows that Kate has no self-respect or pride. Well, she gave herself to this institution, made it very, very clear that she was willing to do anything. Waited around for 10 years. Meghan would have never waited around for that long. Or married a man that wasn't going to stick up for her in the way that Harry has. Kim, Rose's twins are Alexander and Oliver. Well, if the rumors are true that this Alexander and Oliver are the mini rose bushes, I guess we're gonna see the resemblance on the day, because I understood that one of the reasons that Rose Hanbury deleted her Instagram was because there was a picture of the twins and people saw that there was a resemblance with the children and William. That was the way I understood it. So we're gonna see. Yeah, Valerie, I think it's very telling that Rose's son is in the procession. It's like, are they just hiding it in plain sight? Why not Edward's son? Yeah, why not Edward's son? I mean, I don't know. How old is Edward's son? I'm assuming the Page boys have to be quite young. Yeah, I don't think Harry and Meghan want their children around that mess. Kat Harlan, why would the list of Page boys hurt Harry? I mean, I think it's just more the disregard for Harry's children because they are the grandchildren of Charles. That is still his dad, and um, I don't know. I'm not in Harry's head. And I'm not trying to speak on behalf of Harry, but I'm trying to think of it from, like, if I was in those shoes, Yes, I'm sure that both Harry and Meghan are 100% at peace with their choice that they've made, but at the end of the day, it's like, these are your grandkids. Like, no regard for them at all. Not that they need to be there at all, guys and dolls. I'm not saying that at all, but at the end of the day, like, they are his grandchildren. Yeah, Wendy, ultimately, I hope that the Sussexes avoid the circus. I I don't think I'll mind so much if Harry goes, but I feel like if Meghan goes, it will distract, or they will use her as a distraction for anything bad that happens that day. Whereas I feel like if Meghan doesn't go, then all of the focus has to be on the coronation, has to be on Charles, has to be on Camilla. And I think that will be the best thing. I think give Camilla all of the attention that she wants because it will bring up, it will bring up old memories. We're not going to get through this day without people remembering Diana. When that crown, when that anointment oil goes on Camilla's head, I absolutely want all focus to be on Camilla that day. So that people remember what happened, people remember how Diana was treated, and think about what this woman has done to get into the position that she's in. So for that reason, I really hope that Meghan doesn't go. I don't want there should not be any distractions from Camilla and Charles, these two adulterers, and what they did to get to where they are now. Cat Harlem, Harry's children are too young to be part of the procession. They need to keep their children close to them. I mean, I think Archie would have been all things if things were peaceful. I think Archie would have been old enough to be part of the procession. But yeah, they don't need their children to be part of what is now gonna be a mess. Um, yeah, Roseanne, I suspect they really only want Harry and Meghan there to be fall guys. To be fall guys and so that the press can get their pictures. Right? And yeah, Camilla will be. Here are the invites if you haven't seen them. She will be given the title of Queen officially. Now, it was said that initially, after the Queen died, it was Queen Consort, just so there was no confusion between her and the Queen, the former Queen, the past Queen. But now it will absolutely be Queen Camilla. I think that ultimately, the firm is okay. How do I put this? They haven't realized that the hate campaign for Meghan and the fact that there is a certain sector of the public that hates Meghan, it doesn't necessarily mean that they now like Camilla. I was talking about this with Lightside the other day, earlier today, and the general consensus, I think, in the United Kingdom, if you were to ask the majority of people, that they still do not like Camilla. I think you have a group that tolerates her, but these so-called there's no hardline Camilla fans. Like maybe a couple of, you know, who you could imagine are the traditional royalists. That is a small group amount of people. Even people that, are still very pro-royal family still have issues with Camilla. And I think they are overplaying their hand here because now it's like she's gonna be front and center. I don't understand why they would just not have crowned Charles and just had her be in the background. I don't see why they both have to be crowned, both have to be anointed. It should just be Charles. And then just have Camilla in the background. I think if they had done that, then there would have been maybe a little bit more tolerance for Camilla. But now they're going to have her front and center. You got a brand new throne for both of them, and the crown, and the anointment oil, and the dress designed by Diana's former dressmaker. They're doing all of that. I think they're really overplaying their hand here. And this isn't going to go well. Which is exactly why I'm watching the coronation. Cat Holland, me say Charles the head of state. Harry and his children are still in the line of succession. Therefore, they should be there. I can't see Meghan letting her kids be in that environment without her. Yeah, I think we'll have to just wait until coronation day to get the final answer, right? Not too far now. All right. Just to end, because we're going almost an hour now. A few more details about Harry's court case and him giving evidence. In the Mirror Group newspaper hacking case. And I'm going to read out this article that was posted about 2 hours ago in Press Gazette. Because it seems like he's going to... When we first heard about this, the only date that we had was, I think, May 9th. But it seems like he's going to give evidence on quite a number of days. So this is from Press Gazette. Prince Harry is to return to the High Court in London in June to give evidence in his claim against the publisher of the Mirror over phone hacking allegations. The Duke of Sussex is one of a number of high-profile figures bringing damages claims against Mirror Group newspapers, MGN, over alleged unlawful information gathering and its titles. The trial of 4 representative cases is due to begin on May 9th and to last for 6 to 7 weeks. Folks, 6 to 7 weeks. That's almost 2 months of this. Oh my God. Guys, we're going to need to do like a meditation or a prayer circle. 6 to 7 weeks. We've got 6 to 7 weeks of this. Well, here I am complaining. Harry's waited his whole life. At a preliminary hearing on Wednesday, Julian Santos for Harry and other figures bringing claims said all the witnesses on their side would be given evidence in person. The claimants are not applying for any of their witnesses to give evidence via video link, Santos told the High Court in London. So they're not... Harry's not even applying to be able to do this via video link. And if he was concerned about his security, and I'm sure that there is still concern because that's still up in the air, he would. To me, this is Harry just being very ballsy and saying, I'm not scared of you. Claimants are not applying for any of their witnesses to give evidence via video link. This means the Duke, who is expected to give evidence, will make a second visit to the High Court this year. The trial in May will come after Harry made a surprise appearance at the Royal Court of Justice in March to attend 3 of 4 days of a preliminary hearing in his separate privacy claim against Associated Newspapers, the publisher of the Daily Fail, and Fail on Sunday. The judge in that case, in which other claimants include Sir Elton John, David Furnish, Doreen Lawrence, has not yet given his decision. So we're still waiting for that, guys and dolls. We're still waiting. On whether the Mail should succeed in dismissing the claim before trial. Mind you, everybody and their grandmother was getting hacked during the phone hacking scandal, and that includes judges. So who knows if they have anything on these judges? Can they blackmail some of these judges? The judges of the United Kingdom are His Majesty's judges. So I'm hoping that they will be fair and that justice will prevail, but it's something that I've had in the back of my mind. Like, can even these judges, can they be trusted? So this is after the Mail. Okay. So the judge has not yet given his decision on whether the Mail should succeed in dismissing the claim before trial after the publisher argued they had been bought too late and used confidential material submitted to the Leveson inquiry. On Wednesday, the court also heard that lawyers for four of the individuals and MGN have created draft timetables of the trial structure, which lists the Duke as entering the witness box in early or mid June. Both timetables, which may be reviewed, suggest that evidence in Harry's claim is expected to take 3 days, including opening statements, his time in the witness box, and MGN's witnesses. So, would that be piss moron? Would that be piss moron? Hmm. The other people selected for trial are former Coronation actress Nikki Sanderson, comedian Paul Whitehouse's ex-wife Fiona Whitman, and actor Michael Tanner. MGM is contesting all claims, arguing that some have been brought too late. Well, the argument against that was that the claimants could make the claim based on when they found out about the hacking, not when the hacking was taking place. Oh, somebody's asking. Okay, so that's all with Harry, right? Oi, 6 to 7 weeks of this, guys and dolls. Deep breaths. Somebody is asking about that clip on Jeremy Fi. Do you know what? I do have it in my phone. I know the clip you're talking about. I just didn't have the time to edit it down and upload it. I'm so sorry. Oh, wait, guys, give me a sec. Let's see if just give me a sec. Let me see if I can get it. If it's formatted properly. Give me a sec. Yeah, this is Jeremy Vine doing everything that he can to okay. So I've got the clip, but it's not edited properly. So I think the first part is gonna replay like a couple of times before it plays the whole clip. So while that's uploading, I'm sorry, I do have the clip, I just didn't edit it properly. While that is uploading, I will read some of your comments. That is pretty much all, folks. We are done for the day. And thank you all for being supportive and patient with me. I love that we're in a place where when I'm speaking in gobbledygook goop, you can totally understand what I'm saying. Does anybody want, by the way, I don't know if it's something I've thought about, because I'm gonna be watching the Clowner Nation pretty much from the morning. Should I just watch it all and then do the rundown in the evening? Because I've already set the podcast time, like you can already see it scheduled. Or do you want me to do like I won't be able to put the live stream like live on the screen because I don't know in terms of like monetization or if I'm allowed to do that. But I can have it on and me talking, and then you all watching it on, probably we'll watch this, maybe the Sky News, the BBC feed. So would some of you want to do like basically a live chat where we're watching and commenting in the chat as well? Let me know. A one in the chat if anybody actually wants to do that, because if you do, I will. And then we can have like a couple of hours. Like I would say the main part of the ceremony, when they get to the Abbey, we can have it running in the background and chatting, and then I would do the rundown show in the evening. Oh, do we have a troll? Hi, troll. Welcome to the chat. So nice of you to join us. Yes, please, everybody, if you're going, please do wear a Diana shirt or a Diana top. Lord knows, if I was in the UK, I would be going and I would absolutely be wearing a Diana mask. I do not care. You would see me there with a Diana mask. Thank you, mods, for taking care of the trolls. Lola, I think you can watch as much as you can stand and come back and give us a commentary. Okay, so some of you, Joe Blogs, some of you, would like to do the live stream thing. Church Sally, you'll watch the rundown after the ish show is done. All right, I'll think about maybe during the main part of the ceremony doing a bit of a stream then. I'll think about that. All right, that is all for me today. Thank you everyone for being patient with me. Thank you everyone for your donations today. Yeah, it's been a very long 2 days as I get settled, as I get my bearings, and after just such a long journey to get here. Like, oh my gosh. I had like a flight from Lisbon to Amsterdam, then I had an 11-hour layover, and then another was like a 5-6 hour flight from Amsterdam to Georgia. But I'm finally here, and thank you all for your support. Tamika, I'm not getting up early for a job play. Well, that's what I'm here for. You can rest, and then I will give you the rundown. Yes, Shirley, thank you so much for reminding us. Do not forget to vote. Time 100. Very important. All right. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you all, folks. Thank you all so much, Black Queen. I appreciate you all too. And yeah, like I always said. Oh, the Jeremy. Oh, yes, of course. I'm so sorry. I'm like, I'm ready to go. The Jeremy Vine clip. Okay, right, here it is. I'm gonna play the Jeremy Vine clip. Just remember, it's not edited properly. Okay.
Tony in Swansea, hi.
Hi. How are you?
So are you happy with Queen Camilla?
Not at all.
Tony in Swansea, hi.
Hi. How are you?
So are you happy with Queen Camilla?
Not at all happy with it at all. She's an adulteress, and
Wow.
they had sex during Charles's marriage with Diana. They had it afterwards. He's the governor of the Church of England, and should have more respect for us.
But then I suppose it says in the Bible the flesh is weak.
Well, I can't have respect for her. I mean, I just think of her as the king's wife, and I think that's a sufficient title. In fact, the king's second wife. And like one of your previous callers said, I'm very aware of the way in which Diana was pushed to the side and died, and that's what I think of. And the two of them should really be ashamed of themselves. Okay. Charlie has always tried to say that he wants his new wife to be a queen, but I think nearly everybody I know disagrees with it. I don't know anyone in this area.
All the callers have said what you said, Tony. Thank you very much. So, gosh, that's the whole sequence of people saying, I almost hope Camilla's not watching. We're going to move on now. After the break, Stormwater.
Yeah, exactly. And do you know what? I would say that's about 80% of Britain who feels like that. And literally, this guy, Jeremy Vine, is out here quoting Bible verses to excuse two adulterers. Are you okay? Oh, it's going to be interesting, folks. It's going to be interesting. All right, it is past midnight. The flesh is weak. The flesh is weak, Lord. The flesh is weak. The flesh of the future King of England, head of the Church of England, is weak. I mean, if his flesh is weak, then what can we expect from the peasantry? I mean, shouldn't he have the thickest alligator tough flesh to not be so weak? Yes, Tamiko, hot mess. And with that, I'll give you the last word of the day. Hot mess. And I'm here for it all. Stay blessed, everyone. I shall see you tomorrow. Ciao.
Yeah. Hey. Amaru. Only if you're ready, 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 ready. Let's go. I'm only looking for loyalty. All I need from you. I'm thinking you be the one for me. I can see it on you. Your love that do me every time. With you by my side, we gon' shine. Baby girl, you know you royalty. I've been waiting for you. Me no care about all the noise, but I'm digging your station. See how you got my head spinning with a body rotation. Body rotation. Couple days went by, now I'm losing my patience. Go ahead, drop a pin, girl, wanna know your location. What's your location? Had to pull a plug on your ex, now you coming my way out. I can switch it up for you, girl, I'm no longer a player. See that pretty face on my screen, that'll make my day out. I'm only looking for loyalty. All I need from you. I'm thinking you be the one for me. I can see it on you. Your love they do me every time. With you by my side, we gon' shine. Baby girl, you know you royalty. I've been waiting for you. Yeah. Do you know she royalty? One that I get her heart racing. I did feel like with her we can take over nations, yeah. We can take a trip whenever, girl, you need a vacation. Number one bad girl, killing everything like on a mission. Girl on a mission. Had to pull a plug on your ex, now you coming my way out. I can switch it up for you, girl, I'm no longer a player. See that pretty face on my screen, that'll make my day out. I'm only looking for loyalty. All I need from you. I'm thinking you be the one for me. I can see it on you. Your love they do me every time. With you by my side, we gon' shine. Baby girl, you know you royalty. I've been waiting for you. Yeah.
Tony.